Well,
rolling. All right, Lachie. In 4 words, describe your view of Jesus' followers before engaging with beyond.
Strict. I know. Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, strict is pretty much it.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, strict. Sometimes a bit boring. But that's all I could really come up with.
That's what happens when you're strict. You're often boring.
Yeah.
And what's changed?
Learning more about it, it's kind of just like realize that that's really not the case. Like, it's not really boring or strict. It's just like honoring God by not doing certain things. It's not very like extravagant, but I was at church one time, just coming back to it, and we're singing a song, and it was at a different church, but the pastor was going like call out to God and let him in, and like I felt the Holy Spirit in my heart, and I feel like that's my insanest church experience.
I love that. That's such a great answer.
A few of them give us a bad rap. Like the world kind of looks at us in a negative light because of the few groups that are horrible people really. So yeah, I would say like loving and treating everyone fairly, no matter if they're your enemy or your best friend. Like just that well-roundedness of like, yeah, being the same person no matter what the situation. I probably wish Marnie wasn't standing here because I was going to say her. So yeah, Marnie she's helped me a lot. Always challenging my like viewpoints and saying like, why don't you look at it like this? And always encouraging me to like do devotions, read my Bible, pray and stuff like that. I think Beyond does it pretty well, but like other churches just like not being so like sing like traditional hymns and like the whole service is just like reading straight out of the Bible. Like it kind of needs to be that little bit like not as overwhelming, because like when you're coming into it brand new, like if all of a sudden they're like talking about something real deep and you don't understand what's going on, I feel like people that don't go to church would definitely not come back.
So just putting the rungs on the ladder really.
Yeah, like start at the bottom kind of thing. But then you get the opposite side where people that are then like already like into it and like always go to church, like then it kind of becomes a bit of an issue because then they're not getting their needs met. So it's like kind of finding that balance, I feel. I grew up going to church. But then during high school, you get to that phase where it's like no one likes you if you go in the church and it's like not cool anymore. So I kind of walked away from it there. Yeah, it was because like growing up is just assumed, like being a small child, that everyone's the same, everyone believes the same things, and like going to a private school where they teach you Christian studies and like everyone kind of just goes with it without questioning it. And then like getting to high school and you have people coming in from different like state schools and other private schools, and like realizing that like the majority of people aren't Christians, it kind of becomes a bit overwhelming. And because you're like 12, you're like, you know, you kind of care what people think a bit. So yeah, I kind of dropped off there.
And so what changed?
Well, peer pressure for the walking away kind of thing. Like, I don't know, I was always like, I wanted to be a cool kid, but like being a Christian, you couldn't really be a cool kid. But then towards the end of high school, I was involved with like the faith and service team at school. We did men's shed and stuff like that, and I was starting to get back into it, but I never had like the confidence to go back to church. And then a few years passed, didn't really pursue it anymore. And then Marnie convinced me to come here with her, and I haven't left. Probably more recently, like I've always struggled to like, because like walking away from it, you decide like, nah, it's not real, and then like coming back and like slowly building that like belief and faith back up has just been like, it was challenging in the beginning, but now I've started to like engage with it more, and it's, yeah, more recently I've started to, engage more. Like the few times where you feel that like warmth in your heart and like it's apparently the Holy Spirit, or that's what I've been told. Like, that has definitely impacted my journey a lot. Just reassurance that I'm doing the right thing, like it's real, and yeah, it's a step I should be taking. Yeah, probably what a lot of other people have said, but taking that first step, coming back to church was definitely like my most nerve-wracking step. Like, I'd been out of the scene for like a good 10 years. I was, not 10 years, maybe 8 years, but still, like, it was a long time in my eyes, and yeah, making that step to come back was definitely a bit nerve-wracking. Just, yeah, what I might experience, and like the church I was growing up as when I was a kid, it was like a very traditional kind of church, and like, which beyond like is a bit more like for the new people, and I was kind of expecting it to be like my old church, but it wasn't, which was a good thing.